Hello, welcome. I'm Foxworth Kerman, and this is Kerbalized Realism 1963, starting off from LK12, March 31st. The Americans are ready to start exploring the moon. They are calling it the Scout Program. For NASA, it was the Ranger Program. These crafts made possible by the mod BDB, the Bluedog Design Bureau. NASA was ahead of us in the time scale. Ranger Block 1, consisting of Rangers 1 and 2, were both launched in 1961, even with Ranger 1 causing lots of backups and delays after its clock was messed up, causing it to deploy its solar panels inside the fairing on the launch pad. Unfortunately for NASA, both Rangers 1 and 2 failed shortly after reaching orbit, both falling back to Earth. So maybe being behind 2 years has helped us out, as Scout 1 will successfully make it and impact the moon, giving us lots of data. Meaning we won't need a second for Block 1. Ranger Block 2 was the Rangers 3, 4, and 5. I'll touch more on those during Scout 2's flight, coming up next. A spoiler and foreshadowing alert, Scout 2 is rather a lot like Ranger 4. As I break from that, just after we see the moon intersect in the separation of Scout 1 from the Agave upper stage. Now, let's watch as it descends into the surface of the moon, after it orientates the solar panels to face the sun and that huge dish on the bottom facing Earth. We collected lots of high space science above the moon, but no low space. Moving ahead to September 8th from LK12, Scout 2, Block 2. As mentioned earlier, Block 2 was Ranger 3, 4, and 5. NASA, still in the lead, Ranger 3 launched January 1962, the first of the Block 2 series. It was supposed to impact the moon, but a guidance malfunction set it sailing past the moon by over 36,000 kilometers, ending up in a solar orbit. Ranger 4 launched April 23rd, 1962, impacting the far side of the moon. It lost signal shortly after the launch, sending back no data. Scout 2 will suffer a similar fate. Due to not wanting to impact the dark, we aimed for the side of the moon. Unfortunately, the moon will block our signal, causing no low space science to be transmitted once again. Back to NASA and Ranger 5, launched October 18, 1962. After separation of the Agena upper stage, it suffered a massive electrical failure, losing communications, a loss of altitude control, and it started tumbling. The solar panels didn't deploy, causing the batteries to die very quickly. It missed the moon by 725 kilometers or 450 Freedom units, going into a solar orbit just like Ranger 3 did. Okay, just in time for separation of the Agave upper stage and our lunar trajectory. Also, the change I mentioned to miss the dark side, leading to zero low space science due to a signal loss. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the ride. After a partial success, that will bring 1963 and this to an end. Thank you. Goodbye.